Welcome to Outside the Gym, a fitness trainer interview series by FitBit. I am Chen, the host for today's interview. In this series, we feature stories of successful trainers who are associated with us all across the globe. So today, I'm in conversation with Jani Dittman, a personal trainer with over 25 years of experience in the health and fitness industry. FitDits is the name of her personal brand, and her goal is to get you fall in love with fitness through fun and effective workouts. So without much delay, let's get started. Hi, Jani. So finally, welcome to our fitness coach interview series by
Yes.
FitBud. We are actually so glad to have you on board with us. And I was truly very excited to meet you as well. Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to be here, and it's great that we have the tools to kind of meet face to face,
Right, right.
over Zoom and get to know, you guys a little bit more too.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So shall we begin with the interview, Jani?
Yeah, that would be great.
Great, great. So Jani, first question to you. So I was really, kind of curious to know your fitness journey. So can you please talk a little bit about that? Like, what was your first step towards fitness?
Well, it was quite a while ago. Well, just, growing up, my family was active. We did a lot of, snow skiing and water skiing, and I was in gymnastics. I didn't really play any team sports, but I was in gymnastics. And then going into college, I decided to study health promotion just because I really liked that topic of being able to, learn how to help others stay healthy, keep myself healthy, and just promote health and wellness, in my own home and then, others as well.
Right.
And so that's what I got my degree in,
Wow.
was health promotion. And then right out of college, I started out in an all women's gym as
Wow.
their fitness director,
Wow.
and started teaching group fitness classes, and then help developing other instructors and helping them learn how to teach and maintaining their group fitness program. And I was there for like 10 years. And then
Oh,
I moved to another gym where I
okay.
kind of did the same thing for a few years. It's called the YMCA over in the States. The YMCA is kind of a
Right.
national
Hmm.
chain, and I've actually been there ever since. I just teach a few classes there now. I don't work there full time. I just
Okay.
teach as an instructor. Um, as I started having kids, I have 5 kids. Three
Okay.
of them are adults now and out of the house, so I just have two left at home.
Right.
But as I started having kids, it just got to be hard to work full time out of the
Right.
house.
Very
And
true.
so I love group fitness, and I've also done one-on-one personal training, but really group fitness is my uh, preferred method of of training, just because I feel like there's more energy in a group,
Right.
and a
Right.
group of people just working toward a common goal and sweating it out
Right.
together, and you've got the music, and
Right.
it's just fun. And it's I've been a way for me to also stay healthy and in shape, because they're expecting me to show up. I've got to be there and help
Right.
coach them through. So
Very true.
um, yeah, it's just so I've just been so for it's been like 30 years that I've worked in the fitness industry and been teaching and training.
That's basically 3 decades of your
Yeah,
entire life. Yeah,
yeah,
that's like a huge chunk.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
So Jani, like when you started off with your fitness journey, is there any fitness inspiration of yours as well who kind of, helped you keep on track on your fitness journey? Any person who you look forward to or any role model of yours in this space?
Um, you know, I can't really think of one particular person. I've had like mentors along the way that kind of helped me get into group fitness and the fitness scene. But I don't really have like one person that, I know there's lots of like fitness influencers now
Right.
online, and I think, wow, they're pretty amazing. But honestly, what keeps me inspired is just, as I'm getting older. I turned 50 back in July, and I still have a 10-year-old at home. So I was almost 40 years old when I had my last child. And just being able to grow up and be healthy and still be involved. And I just, I've never wanted to be that mom who just sits on the sidelines and watches. I wanted to be able to engage and join in the fun. And, we're a very active family. We do lots of mountain biking and skiing and snowboarding and wakeboarding. And so as I'm getting older, I'm like, oh gosh, I want to be able to do that for as long as I can. And I know that in order to do that, I'm going to have to take care of myself and
Right.
continue to, train and, fuel my body with, nutritional food. And that will just, add more life to my years. So
Right. So, like, according to my experience, also, like, fitness is something which actually, makes you feel alive. It gives you that
yeah,
rush, yeah, to show up to your work and to actually, look forward to your family as well. So, there are a lot
yeah,
of life skills and all which is learned throughout journeys and, throughout working out and all, also, I feel.
yes, definitely, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So, Jani, like talking about your Instagram brand, your personal brand. So,
Mhm.
what was your motive behind naming your particular brand page as FitDits? Is there a particular like story behind it, or it
Not
happened?
really too much. My last name is Dittman,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
um, uh, like my husband, who obviously has always had the last name Dittman. When I got married, I took on his last name,
Yeah.
and they used to call him Ditz,
Okay.
growing up, in sports and stuff. It was just kind of like short for Dittman.
Yeah.
And when I was started way back in the fitness world and
Hmm.
in the world of the internet, and I came up with an email address, I was like, well, let's just do FitDits. And so FitDits is kind of um, the name that I've just always,
Yeah.
identified it for. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's just kind of, I liked the sound of,
No,
it
that's
just,
actually a really cool name to have,
yeah,
It
it
feels
was
it
kind of fun.
feels like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So, Jani, like, what has been your experience with Fitbit till now? Like, you are, using this application from quite a lot of time. So, till
Hmm.
now, what has been your experience, and what, according to you, is like a USP of using an application also? Like, because after pandemic, a lot of people have, kind of switched to online training rather than in-person
Sure.
training. So, what was your experience, till now?
Yeah. Well, so before really the pandemic and all that, I mean, thought about maybe getting into online training just to be able to reach more people, and rather than just train people locally, like in my gym, in my classes. It's been able to open up such a broader spectrum of people really from around the globe that you can help. And so when FitBud, I heard about FitBud, they reached out to me, and they, showed me their platform, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I seeing the potential of what, we could do, and how to, really create workouts and like custom workouts for each client. I just really saw the potential in being able to reach a broader spectrum of, people around the globe. And um, I thought that would be amazing. So that's why, definitely I hopped on board. And then for sure through the pandemic, yeah, lots of people were looking to, some online help to stay
Right.
healthy.
Right.
And I've done a couple challenges now with
Yeah.
the FitBud platform.
Yeah.
And been able to help, several people. I think I had 50 people sign up for each challenge, and literally, from all over. I mean, from not only just the United States, but from, all over. I think I've had a couple from India as well,
Right.
where you guys are all from. And so it's and I feel like I can, you could even make that even bigger. It's just
Right.
it's a great platform to be able to expand your reach.
Right, very true. So how are you managing your clients before FitBud? Was there any online platform were you using, or it was like more of in-person training which you were conducting?
Yeah. Honestly, I'd never really set up an online training platform before FitBud. I was training in the gym one-on-one. And, you're trading, one man hour for one client.
Right,
And, the rate of return is not,
exactly. It doesn't
and you
justify
just
it.
kind of max out a little bit. Like, and then with group fitness, I can only physically teach so many classes, especially as I'm getting older. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know when I first started out, I was able to teach, 10, 12, 15 classes a week. But now it's like my body, I don't think that's not healthy to, so it's just provided an opportunity for me to kind of multiply my efficiency, like just make my time more
Right,
efficient,
right.
and able to helping more people.
Wow,
So
that's wonderful. Your story is actually, very inspiring from where you started and where you have become, where you have come across, like the whole technology shift happening, like,
yes.
whatever is happening in our surroundings and everything. So that's truly inspiring to, hear it from you directly.
Yes. And it was definitely an investment in time in the
Yeah,
beginning. And, to be able to upload an exercise library
right,
to
right,
especially since I was using all of my own. Now you guys have, a library base already there, which is huge. But at
right.
first, I was uploading all of my exercises to
Mm,
so it was kind of an investment in time at first, but now that it's there,
mm,
I feel like I can be so much more efficient in
yeah,
creating workouts and custom plans for
right.
other people.
Great, great, wonderful, wonderful. And Jani, one more thing, like when I was going through your website and all, and through your Instagram page, so there was one thing which really intrigued me as a person, which was there was this post in which you mentioned about finding your why, which led
Yeah.
to a huge question mark to, question each and every single thing which is around me. So can you please talk about that as well?
Talk about my fitness why,
Yeah,
or
why fitness, and what's the whole concept behind finding your why? Because you, when you are, kind of looking deeper, when you are diving deeper into finding your why, you get most
yeah,
of your answers there. So
right.
how do you like kind of implement finding your why in your with your clients and your, kind of journey?
Yes. So, a lot of people, when clients first come to me and, I'll ask them what, what their goals are, because that's kind of my job as a trainer to help them reach their fitness goals. Right. Um, and they'll tell me, well, I want to, lose X amount of weight, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to, tone up, or with, and there's really no connection in that, because what happens is, if they don't see those numbers coming right away,
Mhm.
they get frustrated and they think, oh, this isn't working, and I'm just gonna, and so they end up quitting or getting discouraged or whatever. But there's so many more reasons why, that working out and staying healthy and being consistent with your training. There's so many other fitness wins that are happening. But
Right.
when you get tied up in these numbers or numbers on the scale or whatnot, then it can be frustrating, because those numbers can go up and down. But you know, as you stay consistent, you do, and they may go up and down, but you are consistently making progress. And
Right.
so a lot of times you gotta figure out, well, why do you want to lose the weight? Why is it important to you to lose the weight? Well, because I'll feel better, and I'll be happier. Well, what will you do differently? Once you feel better and once you're happier, what will you do differently? And then that really kind of digs deep. It's like, okay, well, if I feel better, then I can go, join with my kids and we can go on a mountain bike ride together. I can, and rather than just sitting on the sidelines and watching the soccer game, I can actually join in and have the fun. It's about, doing those things that bring joy to your life. And so I think if you can tie your fitness why to those things that bring you joy, you're going to be so much more committed to, because you're not going to always be motivated to get it.
Right.
Motivation does not last for very long, and there's going to be days where you're not going to want to put in the work, but you have to and when there's those days that inevitably will come, you have to remind yourself of your why am I doing this, and that's what I always tell my clients is, make sure you have that why written down and you read it over and over again, because when you don't feel like getting up or you don't feel like putting in the work, you'll know why you're doing it, and you just show up. You show up anyways, because pretty soon, you're going to, be able to do the things that you've always wanted to that bring you joy, and then that just really solidifies, the daily grind. Like, why am I doing this? So
Right. So Jani, if I would ask you, what is your why? Except, being with your family together, being happy, what is that why which actually, wakes you up from your bed to go to work and, to hustle harder and to actually achieve that extra mile which you, kind of look forward to?
so was my fitness why outside of my family that I
That keeps
personally
you
look forward
going.
to?
Yeah, that keeps you going.
Just, like snowboarding season is coming up,
Wow.
and we are, we have a, I'm spacing the word, not a membership, but a season pass. There we go. We bought a season pass to this resort that we love to go to. And, snowboarding, I'm not like a pro snowboarder at all. I only learned to snowboard 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it's just fun and I love it. But, a lot of times there's a lot of up and down, and strapping your feet into boots and bending down and standing up and falling and being able to get up out of deep powder. It's a lot of work. And if I'm not training, if I'm not doing the squats and the lunges and doing the cardio that keeps me in shape for
Yeah.
that, it's not going to happen. And then, I'll, end up getting injured, and then you end up getting injured, and then you're not able to do those things that you love. So for me, it's just, just being able to continue to move well as I get age, so that I can continue to do those things that I love to do. And it's just, adding more life, to
Right.
my years.
Right.
So.
Wow, that's great. Good to hear that. So, Jani, as you know, we are kind of approaching towards the end of the interview. There was one last question over to you, which was if you could have a billboard, like a huge billboard, what would you want to write on it and why?
So, I thought about this. There's a couple things that I think we're going to go with. It's not, there's more to life than training, but training puts more in your life.
Wow.
And just because I feel like, some people are into, maybe the big biceps or the 6-pack abs, or, well, that's cool and all, but there's more to life than just the six-pack abs and the big biceps. And, it's really just being able to do the things that bring you joy. And so that's, why I continue to train, is because I feel like it's going to add more joy into my years.
Right.
So,
Wonderful, wonderful. It was when you talked about this particular thing, no, there was one thing which I was experiencing was like you have actually, summed up your entire journey into one line, like your entire 30 years of journey in one line,
uh-huh,
because only, a person with that many years of experience can tell this, these, precious lines of wisdom. So it's actually a one liner, but it, kind of gives you a lot of question
right.
marks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the
Yeah.
fitness industry and the fitness influencers in these day and age have, kind of positioned them like that, having those big abs or, muscles is
Right.
fitness. But like
Yeah.
fitness, if you are, kind of viewing it as a holistic perspective, there's much more to it, in which
Right.
emotions also come into place. Your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, everything matters basically.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. And if people can just kind of get past that, kind of see beyond, what's right in front of their nose, I feel like they'll be more connected to, their why, more, put a little bit more power into just why they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
So,
Very true, very true. Thank you so much, Jani, for today.